last night, I was sitting in my room with my roommates, and we put on the Republican presidential candidate debate. Now, this was a really exciting debate because it was my second time ever watching Republicans go head to head like that. And I was really impressed by some, and some things were said that I didn't expect, and it really kind of changed my view on this idea of what it means to be a conservative and what it means to be a liberal. Now, before I came to the US, all right, everybody I knew was a Democrat. Even though we were not Americans, we were Democrats, right? And nobody supported McCain in South Africa. Nobody supported George W. Bush against Kerry in Nigeria. It's just kind of this assumed idea that, you know, the Democrats are going to help us out, you know, and the Republicans are trying to cause some trouble. So when I came to the US, I kind of got, especially coming to the South, a lot of people in my freshman dorm were Republicans. And I kind of got this kind of re-education on what it means to be conservative and what it means to be liberal. Not all Republicans are evil, and not all Democrats are good guys. Not all Republicans are racist, and not all Democrats are fun-loving, how would you put it, liberals. That idea. So I kind of got this re-education. Now last night, I was watching the debate, and I kind of had this re-revelation of what it meant again. Now, just to talk about this idea of, I've kind of forgotten what I plan to say coming up, so I'm just going to freestyle at this point, and I hope you don't get offended. But coming into that debate, I heard things like, we need to change healthcare in a way that I hadn't heard Republicans say it before. I heard things like, we need to talk about what it means to be a middle class in the USA. And that again was something I hadn't heard before. Of course I'm not putting the words verbatim, but just the kind of general ideas. Now, I took a step back looking at this. And I kind of thought to myself, why is it that so many Americans seem to call themselves Democrats or Republicans just based off where they live, really? It kind of seemed a little bit, I don't know, it seemed like it didn't make a lot of sense. Now, I'm not really one here to criticize, but what I do want to say is something quite profound. I feel as though, especially since growing up, every time I talk to my friends, all they repeat to me about their political opinion is what their parents have thought, or what happens to be the opinion of the news outlet that they read. So if I watch a lot of Fox News, my opinion generally tends to be that of the opinion of Fox News. If I watch a lot of CNN, I just repeat a lot of what CNN says. If I watch a lot of Al Jazeera or MSNBC, it ends up being the same thing. Because what happens is that we stop thinking for ourselves, and we allow these news outlets to think for us. And it's really quite dangerous. And I think it's really kind of counterintuitive to progress in society. So what my suggestion is that instead of just getting this one-sided view, whether it be from our family, whether it be from our friends, from the TV news station that we watch, rather we should look at everything. Watch the Republican debate. Look at Fox News if you call yourself a Democrat. And get this re-education of what it means to have a political opinion in the 21st century.